Hello everyone. So today we are going to discuss about the further study of space vector modulation, how we can produce the vectors which is not defined by this switches. Switches defined vectors defined by switches are these six vectors, and which is v1, v2, v3, v4, v5, and v6. In the previous section, we have discussed about how we are calculating or how we are defining these vectors and how we are generating these vectors with the switching combinations. And also we have discussed the sectors, six sectors in this vector field. So now we want to discuss how we can make some other vector with the vector combinations, which is not defined here, which is not the six vectors. Further, more vectors which is having different magnitude and different phase angles. We have to generate it for the proper working of our drive. So how we will make it? So for this, already I told you, in each vector sectors, in each sectors, you can make the whole vectors in between that with using these two vectors. Or in this sector 1, you can say that we are having v1 and v2 as two vectors, and any vector in between this you can be made using these two vectors v1 and v2. Like that, in between this, if you want a vector, you can use a combination of v2 and v3 with variation in the magnitude. Then you will be getting any vector in between this. In the same here, in between this, if you want to make any vector, then v4 and v3 is used, like that. So what we are going to discuss further, it is I am taking only one sector. Now consider this sector v1 and v2. So if you have got the idea about this sector, you can make any vector in any other sector. This is our basic idea. So how, that we will be going to discuss. So a reference voltage is sampled at regular time interval t. Let it be like that. T is our regular time interval. Or if you are telling like if you are having uh, 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 frequency of 50 hertz, then the time t you can take it as 1 by f, or maybe you can take it as 1 by 2f, because sometimes you will be considering the half cycle of that particular output. So now we are considering time interval t with which is having a frequency of f. That means f is equal to 1 by t. So within the sampling period, V reference is synthesized using adjusting adjoint vectors and zero vector. That means we are having two vectors v1 and v2, and also we are considering zero vectors. Zero vectors means there are two zero vectors, that is v0 and v7. That actually that v0 and v7 are combinations like v0 we will be representing as 0 0 0. That means no switches are open or no switches are active. uh, so if no switches are active, then zero voltage will be zero. So if v1 and v2 are 0 or v3 are 0, then your vector will be always 0. That is one zero vector. Another zero vector is v7. V7 means 1 1 1. 1 1 1 means all the switches are open. That means all the switches are active. Then you will be getting a vector which three vectors which is 120-degree phase shifted each other. And if you add all those things, then you will be getting s0 vector. uh, that is a basic idea of a vector. The two vectors extra you are getting, like we are having v1 to v6 in this vector space, and two more, it is v0 and v7, when v0 is 0 0 0 combination, and v7 is 1 1 1 combination. So t let it be t is the sampling period. Then if you want to make a vector like this, if you want to make a vector like this is the magnitude. Then you can see that this vector which is parallel to this vector, that means if you are reducing the magnitude, or you are multiplying this with some other is a already we said that it's a voltage vector v2. So if you want to reduce this voltage without phase displacement, the thing what we can do it is we can just sample it. That means sample means when you are using for the when you going for chopper, then consider the chopper now. So it is not a chopper, it is an inverter. But to get the basic idea of this reduction in the magnitude, we will be considering the chopper. So in the chopper, when we have discussed the chopper circuit, we told that for a time period, uh, for a time period t, in that time period t, the switch is turned on for t on time, and it is off for t off time. Then the total voltage in that time duration t is it is v into v is the total voltage into t on divided by the total time t, t on by total time t. That is why this vector, we can see here, this is the vector, and this vector we can say that it is equal to v2 into t2 by t, where t2 is the time for which this vector is active. t2 is the time for which this vector is active for the sampling regular interval t. So this vector is equal to v2 into t2 by t. Same like that, here this vector is parallel to this v1 vector. There is no angular displacement from here. So you can say that you can say that this vector with a magnitude v1 into t1 by t. So if you are taking that magnitude, it will be Vm, here V2 also Vm, and it will be having a vector direction. That direction does not change here. Here also it is having a direction. Direction does not change. So this is the concept of that. So if t is sampling period, V1 is applied for t1 time duration. That is why here it is V1 is for t1 time duration and V2 is for t2 time duration. Then at zero voltage, we already said that it's a combination of V1, V2 and zero vector. So the voltage, zero voltage is applied for the rest of that sampling period. That means sometime this V2 is active, that is for T2 duration, and V1 is active for T1 duration. So we can say that the zero vector, the time for which the zero voltage vector is applied, it is equal to the total time period, or the sampling regular interval, minus your t1, that is the time duration for which our vector v1 is applied, and minus t2, that is the time for which vector v2 is applied. So this is more understandable when we are considering this graph. And so let it be the regular interval time t, and this is another regular interval t. So see here, for this we have v0, v1, v2 and v7, where v1 and v2 are our vectors in that sector, and v0 and v7 are zero vectors. So what we said in the previous, we said v1 and v2 are active for time period t1 and t2, and v2 means 110 and v1 is 100. So we can say that let v1, what is the combination for v1? v1 means 100. 100 means va is active for va is 1, that is va is active. vb and vc are 00, that means these are 0. So this time duration t1, we are getting a combination 1 1 1, and for the v0, that is our zero vector time, that is t naught by 2, and here also we are taking t naught by 2, so the total time for the zero vector, it is t0. So this V0, you are getting VA, VB, VC is 0, 0, 0. That means our string sequence SA, SB, SC, that vector sequence, it is 0, 0, 0. That is why it is 0 vector. V1 it is 1, 0, 0, and V2 it is 1, 1, 0. That 1, 1, 0 we are obtaining for the time duration T2. And another time duration T naught by 2, we are applying V7, that is 1, 1, 1. That is also a 0 vector. So this is the total combination to make that particular vector like this. This vector is produced with this adjustment. So uh, in between we made a random vector, and if you want another vector, you can use the same logic. If you want a vector like this, then you can make it as a parallel vector, combination of two parallel vectors, v2 and v1, with different magnitude. That different magnitude we are obtaining through the sampling of that particular vector. So this is a v reference is sampled here, and again we are sampling it here. So we can say that T0 is equal to the total time minus T1 minus T2, that is T0. That is also you can obtain from this particular graph. So when how we can make it mathematically? So if you are finding the average voltage, so how we will be finding the uh, uh, calculate the volt second integral, that is V reference. That is, we are just finding the average itself. So if you are finding the average, uh, why we are finding the average? It is a short interval of it's a short interval with a combination. Okay, it is a short interval with a combination with only two voltages, that is 0 and a maximum Vm. That is why we are going for average. So if you are finding the average, 1 by t integral 0 to t v reference dt, that is v reference, it is, this is our v reference, we are finding the average of this. So it is equal to 1 by t uh, whole bracket integral 0 to t naught v naught dt plus 0 to t1 v1 dt plus 0 to t2 v2 dt plus 0 to t7 v7 dt. So how we can say that? Because we can say that the total v reference is equal to the sum of these vectors v0, v1, v2 and v7. That is why we are just writing here, it is like that. So if you are finding that v reference is equal to uh, 1 by t into dt, if you are finding this integral, then we will be getting v reference into t is equal to v naught into t naught plus v1 t1 plus v2 t2 plus v7 t7. And if you are expanding this, we know that T0, there is a time for which T0 is active, and our V0 is a 0 vector, so it is 0 plus V1. V1, it is already we have we have seen how we are representing V1, and what is the magnitude, and mm, how we are representing it with the vectors a square and 1. So according to that, we are just writing that here. So T0 into 0 plus 2 by 3 VD, that is 1 into 2 by 3, that is already you have seen in the previous sections. 2 by 3 VD, I am not explaining it further because it will take more and more time. It will consume more and more time. So 2 by 3 VD into T1 plus instead of this V2 is a vector with a magnitude 2 by 3 VD, and the angle A is is actually cos 60 plus j sin 60 into t2 plus t7 into 0, so, because v7 is a 0 vector. So you can see this 0 vector, it is gone, t0 and t7 are gone. Only we are having 2 by 3 into vd, 2 by 3 into vd into t1 plus cos 60 plus j sin 60 into t2. Okay, so so we know that t is equal to t1 minus t2 minus t0 comma 7. That means t0 comma 7, these are two 0 vectors. So t is equal to, sorry, t1 plus t2 plus t0 7, because we already discussed our 0 time duration, 0 vector time duration is equal to t minus t1 minus t2, or from that graph itself you can find t is equal to t1 plus t2 plus t0 and 7. So from this, if you are having a vector like this is your vector, and this is having phase displacement alpha, and you can represent this with the combination of two vectors in d and q axis, that is v reference is equal to v reference into cos alpha minus j sin alpha. This is the j axis, j sin alpha, and plus, sorry, cos alpha minus j sin alpha. So if you are representing that, and if you are equating that with this, you can say that v reference into t, first of all, without representing that, we are just writing v reference to t is equal to 2 by 3 vd t1 plus 2 by 3 vd cos 60 plus j sin 60 into t2, where cos 60 is equal to um, actually okay, cos 60 plus cos 60 minus j sin 60. Okay, cos 60 minus j sin 60 into t2. So in this you can say, like, if you are finding the value of cos 60, then it is what is the value of cos 60? Okay, cos 60 is equal to 1 by root 3. Sorry, it is equal to 1 by 3. Cos 60 is equal to 1 by 3 and sin 60 is equal to 1 by root 3. So we can say that v reference, uh, okay, v reference, if you are representing it with the this um, this cos alpha minus j sin alpha with a magnitude, that is v reference, then we can write it as t into v reference into cos alpha minus sin alpha is equal to 2 by 3 vd t1 uh, into 2 by 3, sorry, 2 by 3 vd t1 plus 2 by 3 vd 1 by 3 plus uh, 1 by root 3 into t2 into 2 by 3 vd. So if you are finding that from this equation, if you are calculating or equating the real part and imaginary part, you will be getting t into v reference cos alpha is equal to 2 by 3 vd t1 plus 1 by 3 vd t2, and also your imaginary part, that is t into v reference sin alpha is equal to 1 by root 3 vd t2. So if you are solving that for t1 t2 and t0 t7, it will give as t1 is equal to 3 by 2 m into t by root 3 cos alpha minus 1 by 1 by 3 t sin alpha. Also t2 is equal to m t sin alpha, where our m is equal to v reference by vd divided by root 3. So this m is our modulating index here, so it is equal to v reference by vd into root 3. So this is our method of space vector modulation, and the mathematical formulation of our space vector modulation, and how you are getting that T1 and T2. So if you are getting T1 and T2, then that particular vector you can make by that combination. So there are two types of space vector modulation. One it is SPWM and another one it is SVM. That say space vector modulation, normal space vector modulation. Uh, what we are doing it is we are just sampling it with a square waveform. That means if you need for the time duration t, you need a t1, then that particular switch is turned on for fully turned on for that particular time, and another switch t2 you need another switch s2 you need to be open it for t2 time, then for the particular time that switch is turned on. That is our SVM. So instead of SVM, if you are using SPWM, uh, what we are doing it is we are using a PWM signal to to make the uh, mm, amplitude, that is to get the amplitude whichever you needed by using the PWM signal. So for M1, if your modulating index is M1, then amplitude of fundamental VA naught is VDC by 2. So again, the amplitude of line to line it is root 3 by 2 VDC. This is for PWM. So if you are going for SVM, the maximum possible voltage without over modulation it is 1 by root 3 VDC. So amplitude of line to line it is VDC. Here you can see that amplitude of line to line it is root 3 by 2 VDC, and here it is VDC itself. Line to line voltage increase you can find uh, by dividing these two amplitude, or you can say that VDC minus root 3 by 2 VDC divided by root 3 by 2 VDC into 100, it is equal to 15%. It is the line to line voltage increase by using SVM. Okay, it is this is the total thing. It's a comparison between switch space vector modulation and switched PWM signals. So this is all about our space vector modulation. So I think you have understand the topic. But if you're having any doubt, just comment in the Google Classroom section. And this is the end of the space vector modulation, and I think we have discussed in this topic in the past 3 lectures, and this lecture total 4 lectures. So I think you came to understand everything. Just read and hear this whole concept. Then to I think for this particular topic, you need to be at least 2 to 3 times you have to read this. Then only you will be understanding the basic idea of SVM. So if you got this basic idea, then it is very easy to understand the whole topic. Thank you.